Hi there, so today's tutorial is on integration. Now before we get started, I'm assuming you're already familiar with differentiation. Awesome, now let's begin. Integrating x to the power of n with respect to x is written as the integral. This is the integral symbol here. This is what we use when we integrate. So the integral of x to the power of n with respect to x. So this whole dx bit here means with respect to x. Okay, and that is equal to x to the power of n, so that bit there, plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Okay, and then plus c. C is your constant of integration, where n is not equal to minus 1, because if n is equal to minus 1, that bottom bit will be 0, and a number divided by 0, yeah, it doesn't work. So here is what we do. So this question says integrate with respect to x. Okay, so now we are integrating x with respect to x. Now, before we get started, I just want you to identify what power is x raised to. I'll give you a few seconds to figure that out. Okay, welcome back if you've had a go. And that x is raised to the power of 1. So we are integrating x to the power of 1 with respect to x. In other words, dx, which means with respect to x. Okay, so what we do now is we use this formula here. So that is equals to x to the n plus 1. So in this case, we have x to the n being 1 plus 1 divided by n plus 1, which is 1 plus 1 plus c. And now tidying that all up, we get x squared over 2 plus c. And that is our answer there. So just always remember that that part there is your n, and you do n plus 1, you raise x to the power of n plus 1, and then whatever's over there, you're just putting it down there, and then plus c. Always put plus c, that's your constant of integration. Awesome, now let's move on to question B. So now we're integrating x squared. Okay, so put the integral sign, x squared. Now that is equals to x to the power of n plus 1, so that's 2 plus 1, see? And then whatever you put up there, just put it back down there, 2 plus 1. And don't forget your plus c. Always fundamental that you put that there. And then you get your x to the power of 3, x cubed, divided by 3 plus c. Now, let's move on to question C. Now in question C, what we're doing here is, because there's a 2 in front of the x, so let's just write it all out first. So we're integrating 2x with respect to x. Now we can just take the 2 out, put it in front of the integral sign, and we already know what our integral of x is. We already worked that out there, x to the 1, which is x, and that is x squared over 2 plus c. So all we're doing here now is, see the bit where we've integrated the x and it gave us that? So now all we're doing now is we're timesing that by 2. So it's 2 times x squared over 2 and plus c. So just leave the constant of integration out, there's no need to times it by 2. And then so you get 2x squared over 2 plus c. Now look here. The 2's cancel, which just leaves you with x squared plus c. Awesome. So now I have these 3 questions for you. So we've got D, E, and F. Now what I'd like you to do is, I'd like you guys to have a go at these questions and get back to me at the end, and we'll go through the answers together. Awesome. Hi, so welcome back if you've had a go. Let's start with D. So what I did here was I wrote it down in integral form. So the integral of x to the 3 with respect to dx, which is x to the power of n, that's our n, plus 1, divided by n plus 1. So we're doing the power, whatever the original power was, then we're adding 1, and then we're taking that whole bit there and dividing it by that. And then plus c, and that gives us x to the 4, over 4 plus c. Simple. Now moving on to part E. So part E, we are integrating 2x to the 4 with respect to x, which is equals to, I've just taken 2 out, 2 times the integral of x to the power of 4 with respect to x. So we do 2 times x to the 4 plus 1, so that's n plus 1. I'm dividing it by the bottom bit again, and then we're adding c at the end. Okay. Notice how I'm not timesing c by 2. Then work it out at the end. We end up with 2 over 5, x to the 5 plus c. Awesome. Now, our final example here, which is f, we are integrating x to the power of 5 with respect to x. So now here, what we're doing is, how we have x here, and we raise that to the power of n plus 1. That's our n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus c. And then when we tidy that up, we get x to the power of 6. 5 add 1 is 6. And then at the bottom here, we have 5 add 1, which is 6. And then plus our constant for integration, c. So if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you want any more maths tutorials of this kind, or if you whatever sort of maths tutorials you want, please let me know and I will try my best to do them for you. Thank you very much and have a really good day. Bye.